All right, welcome to Cafe Chronicles. Tonight we have One Single Rose. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So we're going to be talking about your tribute to Nikki Giovanni and Gil Scott Heron coming up at the cafe. What's the date?
June 1st.
June 1st.
Yes.
Okay.
7 o'clock showtime, I believe. Doors at 6. Showtime is at 7.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want to get to know a little bit about your background.
Okay.
So, you're a poet,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you as a poet. So,
Yes.
okay. So tell me a little bit about how you got started, and like who your influences were, and let's just start there.
All right. Well, I started writing poetry in the second grade. I've always loved to manipulate words into my favor, but I really took it seriously about 2005 when I started writing poems as a woman scorned. Everything was "Leave me alone, I hate the world, die, die, die" poems.
Okay.
So I started to write more and motivate myself past that pain of love lost. And before I knew it, I had a collection of poems, and I was editing a book for a friend of mine, and I let her read some of them. And she was like, "Wow, these are really dope. I have the perfect name for you. One Single Rose." I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool." And it stuck. So
Oh wow.
that's when One Single Rose was born. I had no idea that that would happen.
Kind of right away,
Yeah,
like
pretty
right
much.
when you started.
Yeah, because she read my poems, and I was talking about being single, struggles of relationships, heartache, and everything. So I just started to write more and motivate myself past that, and One Single Rose was born. And from that poetic genre, so shall we say, I penned my first book, but I hadn't memorized any poems. So that pushed me into becoming a spoken word artist, which took me into becoming an actor, which took me into writing plays, which took me into writing songs and becoming a singer-songwriter signed with Defected Records, which took me into creating films. So I'm just following this word as it
Wow,
leads, and it's taking me on some amazing journeys all over the world. And
that's fantastic.
yeah, it's a total blessing.
What was the name of your first book?
One Single Rose, Poetry Blossom from a Rose Core. It was a collection of lyrical poems, and they were totally horrible. But,
Hey, you got to start
you got to
somewhere,
start
right?
somewhere. Right, right, right. I was like, wow, I was really damaged, and these poems are shit.
Yeah.
But, I'm thankful for that part of the journey because it actually made me discover more of myself, discover other things that I'm capable of doing that I didn't know that I could do.
Hmm.
And I'm just following this word on this journey, and
Okay.
it hasn't steered me wrong yet.
All right. So now, do you memorize everything?
Pretty
When
much,
you
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it allows me to focus on the audience, connect with them, and I can deviate a little, especially if I'm performing with music. I can take the tempo up, bring it down, and massage it a little bit, and
Yeah.
every time I'm performing a piece, it's different at every juncture. Every time I take the stage, it's never the same.
So do you have like specific sets you do? Do you have like a set list of like different poems, or do you like?
Yes,
Do you know what I
yes,
mean? Like,
yes.
yeah.
I have inspirational pieces. I have pieces for women, men. I write erotic poetry. I have stuff for schools, children from elementary school through college level. It just really depends on the event or the curator, what it is that they want. And I pretty much have something for everyone.
Okay. And you said that you got into like performance poetry, right? Is that what you do now mostly?
Mostly, well, it's kind of I would say yes, but a few years ago, I had this 1955 Remington typewriter that sat in my garage for some years. So I pulled it out and I started to create what I call flyku, but it's actually a haiku on the fly. I take a one-word prompt from
I
you,
love that.
and yeah, for example, and I form a haiku based off that word and the energy and what's important to you in that moment.
Uh-huh.
I take tips or give it away as gifts. So as a result of me performing, sometimes I bring out my typewriter and I'm doing the literary end and also the performance end. So it really just depends on the event and what from me is welcome in that space at the time.
All right. And the haiku is 575.
Yeah,
right?
575. Yep. And I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
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 On the fly.
On the fly.
fly.
Yes. That's why
I
I call
love
it fly. Cool.
I love that. That's great. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah. Because I play behind a poet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And sometimes before we play, there's other poets, and they're always reading like from their books or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always curious as to, why, not all of them do that, but most of them read. And I get it, but I'm just,
It really gives you an opportunity to connect with your audience. When you're reading, you're kind of disconnected because you're focusing on your phone or the book or whatever it is that's on the page for you to bring it out on the stage. There are a lot of poets who can actually read and deliver well, and that can also be a skill too. Some literary poets aren't spoken word artists, and some spoken word artists aren't literary poets. So if you can do both, then that will definitely take you a long way and get you on a lot of stages.
okay. So when you're performing to the audience as opposed to just reading.
Yes, most times, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have poetry readings as well, like in schools and for the youth and for the elders. So it just really depends. I try to bring a little bit of all of me onto the stage. I may sing, I may read flyku, I may do spoken word. I have some call and response pieces where I get the audience involved. So it just really depends on what space I'm in and what it calls for.
I love it.
Thank you.
So that, do you ever read with a band behind you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I have. Yep. I had to do this thing called Jazzatry, where I'm the spoken word and the singer, and I have different jazz artists or musicians who accompany me. I've had Takashi Eo, of course, Randall Wilson,
Randall
my
Wilson
big
is
head brother,
your big head
yes,
brother. All right.
Matthew. I can't remember his last name right now, but I performed with quite a few. Mike Evans, Yayo. Just depends on who's around and who's
Yeah.
available and who I can hire for the right price, and they'll be able to rock out with me.
Okay. The reason I ask is because do they play along with you the way you read?
Yes.
Because, okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a whole vibe. Like I've got my theme music behind me. It's like doom, doom, and I'm doing my poetry.
Yeah.
And, sometimes if they sing, we'll rock out together, get the audience involved. It just really depends on what's going on.
Because that's what I do with this poet. He'll be reading, and he doesn't stick to a specific thing. He'll repeat things and, move things around a little bit. But I'm always playing off his energy.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm playing, I'll riff. I'll try to match his cadence or.
Yes, that's great that you can do that because
Yeah.
some musicians will just play the song and I'm like, okay, hype it up. And they're like, dun, dun, dun. I'm like, no, hype it up.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. That's why I
Yeah.
was asking if you did that. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So also you said you're a singer-songwriter?
Yes. Yes.
That's great.
Yes, I've penned. My last release was an EP for a web series that I did over the pandemic, and I also penned for Defected Records in the UK as Queen Rose. So I've got a few cuts where I do like the top lines or pen a whole song, and it plays over house music.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah, yeah. It's a whole vibe.
Justin's in the house music.
Yeah, you gotta look up Queen Rose.
Oh, absolutely, I will.
That's great. So it's all original material?
All original material, yes. I've had Louis Vega remix one of my songs. I've got something with Monkey, Old and Fat So. They're all UK based artists, and I'm hoping to work with someone from here. I'm just waiting on him to calm down and stop being so busy to see if we can collab
Yeah.
and make something happen.
Louis Vega's the Mambo. That guy? Mm-hmm. Mambo number 5. Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So that was
So
exciting.
you're busy.
Yeah.
And you're an actor as well?
Wow.
And what?
An actor as well?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Yep. I do a few things here.
What have you done? Or what are
I've
you
done
doing?
the vagina monologues. I haven't been doing anything acting wise
We had that
as
here.
of late. Yeah.
On the
Yep.
on the stage.
Yep, a
It's
couple
been
times.
It's been a couple of years now. but
Yes. Yep. I've done those frequently. I toured Europe in 2012 with a theater collective called Wunderbaum, where they came to Detroit and they were looking for talent for this theatrical event called Detroit Dealers. So they wanted it to be authentic and from Detroit. So they came here. I auditioned, and the next day I was getting things ready to tour Europe with them for a year, and it was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of local plays here. I've also penned my own The Addiction series, and we've done a poetic play, Trouble Don't Last, like 3 times here in the city. So, yeah.
Where do you do that?
Trouble debuted the first time I wasn't here. The last one was at Planet Ant. I can't remember where we were the first 2 installments. My play I did at the Bow YMCA and at the Motor City Youth Theater. And I'm currently writing part 3 so I can bring part 1 and 2 together. One of my coworkers is just bugging me. When are you going to finish that play? I'm like, girl, soon. Give me a minute.
I've got other things to do.
Yeah, this year has been really, really busy.
Yeah.
Really busy.
You like being busy?
I do, and my sweetie just put more on my plate. I am a Container Music Pillar resident with the Love Building. They have this series called Container where they have this huge shipping container. They take it around to different locations in Detroit, and we perform at, in, or around it. And I was also named the poet in resident for the Wisdom Institute, which is a reproductive justice organization. So I'll be penning for them and performing at their events and such. And then my sweetie put a ring on it. So we're planning a wedding within the next 3 months. So it's been a busy first half of the year. Thank you. Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay. So June 1,
Yes.
you want to tell us a little bit about that show and what can we expect?
You can. June 1st, there will be a tribute to Nikki Giovanni and Gil Scott-Heron. I will be bringing a few favorite Nikki Giovanni poems to the stage, as well as some of my own original pieces with music behind us. So we're going to rock out with the band and some jazz. I might sing a tune or two. And, Sky has really been producing some amazing shows here with the preservation of jazz and showing tribute to the poets with the jazz behind us. It's just a whole vibe, and I'm here for it. So bringing some of Nikki's pieces to life, I hope I can do her justice.
Yeah. Now, did you kind of study her? Did you
No, I'm familiar with her work, but I have been digging a little bit further into her poems now that we'll be doing this event, so I can kind of get a feel for her work, her cadence, how she delivers, how she vibes with bands when she does her work as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of gonna be trying to channel my inner Nikki.
Yeah. Who's doing Gil Scott-Heron?
We have Knowledge, who will be playing Gil.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, he's a poet from the city as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No. I've done a few of Sky's poems when we do the Queens of Jazz tribute.
Right.
So I'll read some of her poems, but I prefer to do my own pieces, but actually research the poets that I'm going to be channeling, so I can kind of make sure that everything falls in line and that I embody that spirit and bring that energy
Do you think of
to the
it?
room.
Do you think of it as like an acting role?
No, not at all
No.
acting, because I'm a fan of Nikki. So this will be me paying homage to the phenomenal pen that was Nikki
Yeah.
Giovanni. So
Okay.
I'm really excited to be voicing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you. It's going to be different though. Reading someone else's work, it's like, am I doing this right? Am I reflecting correctly? Am I saying this right? Should I put the emphasis here or there? It's different than when you're doing your pieces. You know, I got to hit this, I got to hit that there, and this is going to come together. So
Yeah. Well,
we're
it's
going to
like
see what happens.
because your original pieces came from you, right?
Yes.
So it's a little.
Yes. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little different. Yeah, and I've done Maya Angelou before for Brenda Perryman at the Charles H. Wright, and it was one line I just kept trying to get, and Brenda's like, this. I was like, So, but we worked it out.
Are you performing anywhere else coming up?
Yes. On May 23rd, we will be at the Matrix Theater. There's an author event. So I'll have my typewriter and my books, and we'll be doing like a round table. People will ask the authors questions and such. In June, I will be at the Columbus Arts Festival. In July, I will be facilitating a master class for the NAACP Act Soul competitions during the NAACP weekend. We have our container collabs and solo projects coming up in the fall, so I'm really excited about those. And also for the Wisdom Institute, I've got quite a few things lined up for the summer.
Okay. And where can people find you or your books or any? Do you have a website or do you have somewhere people can go?
Yes, my website is One Single Rose. That's www.singlerose.com. One Single Rose. I have a few books available at the Hall Family Bookstore, and I'm also pushing basically from the hip. So if you see me out and you want a book, just like, I want your book, and I got you.
Okay. How many books do you have?
I am on my 4th print right now, so that's about 800 books since last year sold. Just from the hip. Yeah. I push poems like, wait.
All right. So, what we do, there's one question we ask our guests every podcast, and it's to, if you can think of a memory that just pops in your head of being in the cafe, Aretha's Jazz Cafe, that just kind of comes to mind, and talk about that a little bit. Just something that pops in your head.
My very first slam. I'm not a slam poet.
Okay.
But I went to the Motown Museum to support Sparrow, who was hosting the Motown
So I remember
Mic.
Sparrow.
Yes, that was my dude. He was hosting the slam. He's like, come on out and support us. You know how he sound. Come on out, Rose, and get on the microphone. I'm like, man, I don't slam. I don't do that. So he encouraged me. So when I went, I did a poem and I placed for the slam. And I'm like, I'm not a slam poet, but okay. So I ended up,
Is this one of Joel's fluents?
No, this was the Motown Mic, the spoken word slam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was in 2014.
Gotcha. All right.
And the first event was here in the Jazz Cafe.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I just knew that I had penned this piece and I was going to do my best because the poets that were in the lineup were slam poets and they were phenomenal. And I'm like, I don't stand a chance, but I'm going to get up here and deliver this piece and go sit myself down. But I actually won the slam. So that was amazing. I was a hot, sweaty mess up there screaming like crazy when they called my name. I was like, me? You can't be talking about me, but yeah. And it's just been love with the Motown Museum ever since. Now I mentor with the competitors and I stay connected with them to whatever it is, whatever capacity that they need me to do for the slam for the competitors for the past 10 years. I've been there, boots on the ground, ever since 2014, and that's love.
That's great.
Started right here.
Yeah?
Yes.
So you are a slam poet.
Ish. You know, I've done
Ish.
2 slams. I won both of them.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I mean, I guess I could, but it's just I just do poetry for the love of the word, not for the competitiveness. Yeah.
I think it's great that you can perform that, because I mean I write a lot of poetry, words, journals, whatever you want to call it. But not too long ago, I was doing a gig with the poet, and part of it was an open mic for people to come up and read whatever they wanted to. And I'm like, I want to read something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So,
Inspiration.
yeah. So this for the first time ever, I got up and read a poem.
Ever?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
You were inspired.
It felt good though. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting it off your chest, that release, and all that angst is gone, so you don't have that poetic stage fright anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Good. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good.
Good.
Because I don't really have like stage fright or anything, because I perform all the time, but that I had a little bit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Because there are words that are
That is a totally different beast. Now, you ask me to sing, I can sing. I'll ask you who you want to hear, and I got you. But to perform a poem, I was like, oh man, I gotta say my words out loud to somebody, and y'all gonna look at me while I'm doing it. Yeah. That took about 1.5 years for me to get up the nerve to do. Yeah. And as soon as I did, the world opened, and I just been going.
Yeah, because it's like I can sing and play some of my songs to people. That's one thing, but when I was reading the poem, everyone's paying attention.
Yeah.
It's different. Because when I'm playing, there's a lot of people talking. And, but
yeah, all eyes on you. Yeah.
It was great.
That's good.
So excellent. So June 1st, tribute to Nikki Giovanni and Gil Scott-Heron.
Yes, here.
Who's in the band?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Maybe some of the cats who are here tonight. I'm not sure. Well, we have rehearsal coming up soon, so I'll get to meet everyone.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably some phenomenal artists, because that's all Sky ever has. So I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Yes.
All right.
Now I got to go find an outfit. I got to do some research and
what she wore?
see what Nikki may have worn. Yes. Yeah.
Well, that'd be fun.
I know.
All right, excellent. So thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me, Ted. I appreciate the
All
love.
right, one single rose. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Night, night.